Hello, I'm John Carr. Welcome back to Just Ask John. So this month's question comes from Pam in Boynton Beach. She asked me the question of, John, when I drop off a proposal for somebody or a recommendation, how long should it be before I follow up? Now this is a great question. However, what really concerned me with the question was that they actually did not have an appointment set up for the follow-up call. So first of all, you should always have an appointment ready to go when you drop off a recommendation or a proposal. We call that our next step. You want to make sure that you have something set up. So when you drop something off to somebody or you meet with somebody and you show them your products or services, there should always be that next appointment set up, whether it's a phone call or an actual physical appointment. So that's very important. However, she didn't do that, and that's okay. So she had to call to follow up. So the usual rule of thumb for me is 3 days. It gives them a few days to look at it. So we'll call them up, give them a call 3 days afterwards. So this particular client or prospect did not return her calls. So if there is no return call, I would just leave a simple message and I would say, hello, this is John, just following up with our proposal that we discussed last week. I would like to discuss it further with you. So when they don't return your phone call, I call up again in another 3 days. After that 3 days, it's kind of the same message. You know, I would say, hello, Mr. Smith, you know, just following up, just wanted to see if you had any questions regarding the recommendation that I gave you. So now what happens, they don't follow up. It's kind of what we talked about in one of our previous Just Ask Johns, going into that voicemail, you know, what we call voicemail hell. You just get sent in there and you don't get return calls. Well, on the last call, so I would wait 1 more week and then I call back and I actually tell them that I'm not going to call them anymore, I'm not going to bother them anymore, that I'm just going to assume they decided not to use my products or services. You'd be shocked how well this works. I think we talked about this before. So the voicemail will kind of sound like this. Hello, Mr. Smith. This is John again. I know I left you a few voicemails. I haven't heard back from you. So I'm assuming you decided to go with somebody else. Thank you for your time. If I don't hear back from you by 5 p.m. today, I'll just assume you don't want to do business with me. Thank you so much. And then you hang up. Now, you're closing the file, meaning you're not going to, call them anymore. However, that doesn't mean you never contact them again. You still keep them in your database. Make sure you follow up with them every 9 months or so. So what happens is you want to have that set plan. But more importantly, always set an appointment before you leave. Thanks again, and remember, Just Ask John comes from JRC Consulting Group, and that's jrcconsultinggroup.com. For your questions, send it to John at JRC Consulting Group. Thanks again, and see you next time.